Travis Kelce. He brings a lot of happiness.
We basically have the same job.
You got teammates, I got teammates.
You've got Coach Reed, I've got my mom.
The first word that I thought of was this is what peace sounds like. It's got this, this amazing bass line that just made me feel like this is serenity, this is peace. And then I was thinking, maybe you just start with the obvious and think about how that could be told in an interesting way.
Make sure you like this video, share it with someone who loves this kind of content, and subscribe, because we break down the biggest moments in pop culture every single week. Now let's get into it. There are relationships built on excitement. There are relationships built on drama. And then there are relationships built on something quieter, something that doesn't need chaos to prove it's real. What the world is currently watching unfold between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce doesn't feel unstable, secretive, or fragile. It feels grounded. It feels consistent. It feels like two people who actually chose each other on purpose. And that is precisely why so many people are pointing to this moment and saying, this might be the most settled, most self-assured version of Taylor Swift we have ever seen. For a long time, Taylor has been open in interviews about how complicated love becomes when your entire life is lived in public. She's talked about the weight that extreme fame places on a relationship. She's reflected on how hard it is to hold on to something genuine when millions of people feel like they have a right to weigh in on your personal life. At various points in her career, she admitted that romance, in her position, came with real costs. She questioned whether it could last. She wondered what stability would even look like for someone who lives permanently in the spotlight. And then something changed. Travis Kelce came into the picture, and the energy around her quietly shifted, not in a loud, headline-grabbing way, not recklessly or impulsively. It started small, a stadium appearance, a relaxed smile caught on camera, a show of support that felt natural rather than staged. But gradually, what started as subtle became impossible to ignore.
Perfect. I'm telling you, she makes me so much better.
There's no question.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
But it's like you see you on the stage and you see how crazy you can get an entire stadium going. And then I get you in a room and it's like, I've known you forever. It's like, it was just the easiest conversation I ever had. And it was just so much fun that it just, knocked my socks off, from what they say.
Knocked your socks off.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt
She
the
blew
same
me
exact
away,
way
and
about you.
I had never experienced something so mesmerizing on stage and then so real and so beautiful in person.
Hey, that's
Should I leave?
wonderful.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, at this
sorry.
point, I think everyone should.
Seeing validation. There is no desperation in the way they interact. No need to prove anything to critics. And yes, the criticism has been loud. Online debates, think pieces, endless commentary. But through all of that noise, they have remained steady. They have not responded with defensive interviews. They have not over-explained. They have simply continued living their lives. That quiet confidence is often the clearest sign of emotional security. For someone like Taylor, who has experienced the highs and lows of public romance, peace may not mean silence from the media. It may not mean disappearing from the spotlight. Peace, in this case, looks like safety. It looks like knowing the person beside you is not shaken by headlines. It looks like having a partner who understands ambition, understands pressure, and does not compete with it. Travis is an accomplished athlete. He understands performance culture. He understands scrutiny. He understands what it means to be watched. That shared understanding.
Extremely personal to me because there are times when I feel like with everything that's in my control, I can make myself seem like someone who doesn't have an abnormal life. And I try that every day. Every day it's like, how do I make myself among my friends and family and my loved ones not see this big elephant that's in the room for our normal life, because I don't want the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to be in my life, I feel like there's a certain amount that comes with it that I can't stop from happening.
Yeah.
I can't stop from you getting a call in the morning that says, you know, the tabloids are writing this today. I can't help it if there's a guy with a long lens camera 2 miles away with a telescope lens taking pictures of you. I can't stop those things from happening.
Individuals continue to rise instead of collapse under pressure. Watching Taylor Swift today, there is a noticeable calm in her presence, a lightness, a freedom. And while she may not have stood in front of a microphone and explicitly said the words, the visual evidence speaks loudly. She looks at peace, and perhaps that is the most powerful revelation of all.
Stood at a podium and announced it. She hasn't given a sit-down interview, spelling it out word for word. But she doesn't need to. The visual tells the whole story. The way she carries herself, the way she shows up, the ease that surrounds her. She looks at peace. And honestly, in a life as loud and as scrutinized as hers has been, that might be the most powerful thing she has ever shown the world. If this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more content just like this. We drop new videos every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.